So my name is Miyagi. I'm 20 years old. I'll turn 21 in September. Big Virgo vibes. I'm not the typical Virgo, so don't assume that I am. You feel me? You can find me at Rageous Peace on IG. At RAGERSPEACE. Rageous Peace on IG. Check out my work for real. For a year into it, I think that I've advanced really well. You keep just scroll down to the bottom of my page and be like, damn, he went from this to that. And I'm very confident right now, especially in myself. What inspires my work the most, other than other artists, when I look at other things, just all aspects of life and nature itself, you feel me? When I go outside sometimes and one of the things that's big in my work is colors, and colors are everywhere, you feel me? So when it comes to that, I get inspired by just seeing different color palettes and stuff like that and wanting to work with it. Other than colors, other people work. When I see other film photographers, especially black film photographers, go crazy, it's damn, I just want to put myself on the next level and just go hard with everything that I do. My friends also inspire me, like my brother, you feel me, keep me driven. Anthony, Sean, I'll be giving them more shout outs because they right here. But yeah, you feel me, it's when they all doing their thing and stuff like that, I just get inspired to keep doing what I want to do and just doing what I love, because a 9 to 5 is cool, and if you do it, it's fine, but that's not where I want to be in life. I'm from New York, they killed Biggie. Yeah, I'm from New York. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, Fort Greene. You feel me? Went to school public school. I went to PS 67. Going from there, I went to the same middle school as my high school, which was McKinney. Wow, I sound crazy. It was Dr. Susan S. McKinney. After that, I went to Mega Everest for a couple of semesters, but I dropped out. It was like 1 or 2 semesters, but I realized that it wasn't what was for me, you feel me? School isn't for everyone. I'm not stupid or nothing like that, you feel me? But it just wasn't for me. So basically all the cameras I use right now is, I'm heavy on Minotas right now. That's the only cameras that I've been getting so far. I've had one Ryko, but ever since then, it's just Minotas. I use the Minota X370. My first one is in the crib, but it broke. I bought a new one now. It's a 370. I got the X700, which is my favorite go-to camera right now. My favorite new pickup is the Minolta Hypematic AF2. Oh man, I don't even get started. It's one of those clips that I took at Nick. It was yo, that camera is it's my go-to point and shoot right now. I'm not even lying to you. I'm not a fan of point and shoots because, like I said, I like the challenge of shooting on manual, but sometimes point and shoot is just perfect for certain conditions. And that camera was definitely one that I'm gonna just keep picking up over and over again. The first time I started doing photography was when I started film, and I'm grateful for it because I'm the type of person where I like things that are very difficult, because given a challenge, I like taking it on and making sure that I can do the best with it. So when I started photography, I didn't even intentionally mean to start it. My girlfriend just got me a manual camera, and she was because it's more sophisticated, she felt like I would enjoy it and enjoy the challenge and taking it on and stuff like that. So I was damn. I kind of fell in love with it after shooting film specifically, because I never liked digital cameras, but I never knew why I didn't like it, because I didn't know what film was, honestly. I didn't know what film was until I had the camera, and then I was damn, this is what it is. And I think Rashawn was the one to introduce me to film as well, because he took a couple of shots with it, and I was oh damn, this is film, this is hard type shit, you feel me? And it just film has this rawness to it that digital I feel could never touch, bro. It's you don't even need to do editing and stuff like that, and film just got it. But basically with that, it was just I just started a year ago, and we here now. It's hours and hours of practicing, shooting and shit like that. It's crazy to see how I've grown. My favorite photographers, favorite film photographer, the first person that comes to mind. In the mainstream aspect, Valandis. I feel his work is so unapologetically him, that it's that's something that I want to do. I want to be able to go out there and be boom, this is my work. I'm not changing it for nobody. This is how I'm doing shit, and I'm running it. When it comes to people that might be less known and stuff like that, I've had photographers. I think his name is Javon James or Jawan James. Honestly, sorry for fucking his name. Him. When it comes to people that around me and stuff like that, I don't know if you ever saw her work on Jasper's Blade. It's on Instagram. Her work is pretty fire as well. People like that, they really inspired me to do more. I think it's another girl, 12, 17 photos. She does this work with she kind of I love the way I see any one of her photos, and it's damn, I can instantly tell it was hers. I just love photos that's when it's just it's very you feel me? It's you, I can feel you through the photo, even if it's not a photo of you, even if it's just a photo of the randomest thing, you feel me? I mean, I'm one of my favorite film photographers as well, I will admit. You feel me? I think that I go crazy as well, but it's a lot of people I feel I'm missing some names, and I'm gonna kind of feel bad for not saying it, but Those are the first I honestly come to mind. Oh, and somebody that's not black, but I think is a really good film photographer is Willem Verbeek. I don't know if you know who that is. He's like crazy because it's like
I feel like every film photographer knows.
nah, word. I feel like he just does this thing where like he could take pictures of anything and he makes me be like, damn, like why am I not taking a picture of that? You feel me? But he do his thing for real. And so basically it's like the whole like the way my mind works is a very complex, simple thing. So like I take like simple understandings of things and I understand like how complex that could be. That kind of sounds confusing. But basically with my brain, Rage's piece is just basically rage to me personally isn't something that's like it has to do with tied to be angry or just, you know, negative emotions and things like that. It's just about being like completely passionate in something and just having like a very driven like tunnel vision towards something, you feel me? Where the piece is kind of like, you know, the same meaning with a tranquility or something that's like, not gonna say a break, but like kind of something that just makes you feel like free of all of that, you feel me? So it's kind of like celebration after like you put all your work and hard work in. So I basically just took both of those things, Rage's piece, and that's what I kind of want to push in my work. I kind of like that like the dichotomy of just having like two very opposing things and just kind of mixing them together. So with every shoot, I try to at least try to maintain that balance. Like a shoot that I did in February where I basically had like Leanna, Anthony, and them here, where they basically dressed up as, you know, like classier like outfits, but they was doing things that's quote unquote, I want to say a bit more ghetto and stuff like that. That might be like sipping Hennessy. We didn't have Hennessy, but we had fake Hennessy, you feel me? And I just like taking the two things that oppose each other and just making them work. So that's just what I do in a lot of my work. So me personally, when I grew up, I never understood how important that was. You know, I'm happy that now this day and age is pushed so much because you kind of just grow up with the social norm of like, you know, not seeing as much black faces in movies and things like that, that you kind of lose sight of like, damn, like we should be in these areas and we, you know, dominate in these areas when we are there. You feel me? That's so crazy. but it's like, it's at the same time, I come from a family of like musicians and stuff like that. Like my grandfather was very heavy into music and stuff like that, and my family that's heavily into it. So when it comes to arts in that way, like I was always surrounded with people who were that looked like me and did things like me. Favorite film stock right now, it really just depends on the conditions. But 9 out of 10, Kodak Gold. Got it. Kodak Gold 200 is like, it's there. I haven't tried all the film stocks, honestly. I want to get into more Ector. When it comes to light situations, I recently visited Portrait 800. I'm fucking with it, but I like the way Cinestill kind of has that like more cinematic feel to it. So that has my go-to for light situations. And when it comes to studio shoots, I would still recommend Kodak Gold, honestly. But if you want to get more of like crisper, like, you know, studio and professional feel, Portrait 400 works really good as well. But Kodak Gold is probably one of the most versatile film stocks. I feel like it just does everything. That's from what I started. Plus, it's cheap as hell, so it's easy to get your hands on. You could check me out on YouTube at Rage's Piece as well. Same thing, I only have 3 videos uploaded right now, but they're all bangers, I promise, you feel me? And that's basically just showing like, I feel like I'm an amateur film photographer still, so it's just showing like my process of going through things, even not from a professional level. But honestly, on my YouTube videos, I feel like they still came out with a very professional shots and stuff like that, but yeah, you can check that out as well.